it's Christian Co-op. Welcome to Precepts. I missed you guys so much on Monday, and thankfully I'm feeling much better, rebuilding my strength and getting better and stronger every day. But I did miss you guys on our last day. I hope that it went well. I hope you had so much fun. But I did miss being there to celebrate with all of you, and I missed doing our last day of Precepts together. So, but hopefully the video worked well for you last week, and hopefully you enjoyed this video, because I do want us to finish strong so that when we come back in January, we can just jump right back into where we are and keep on going. And we will just have to have a city building day, because we just have so much to put in our Sound City, which will be fun. So anyways, missed you all, and I look forward to getting some work done today whenever you're watching this video. To begin our time, I will pray for us, and then I will read our poem. So if you would bow your heads with me, and I will pray. Dear Lord, thank you so much for this time. Thank you for each student that is watching this video. Lord, I pray that you would help them to learn and to grow and to love you more. May the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts be pleasing and acceptable in your sight. And may you be glorified in and through this class. In Jesus' name, amen. Our poem today is called Thanksgiving. Thank you for all my hands can hold, apples red and melons gold, yellow corn, both ripe and sweet, peas and beans so good to eat. Thank you for all my eyes can see, lovely sunlight, field and tree, white cloud boats in sea-deep sky, soaring bird and butterfly. Thank you for all my ears can hear, birds' song echoing far and near, songs of little stream, big sea, cricket, bullfrog, duck, and bee, by Ivy O. Eastwig. I hope you guys like that poem. If you wanted to, you could even offer to read it at your Thanksgiving meal this year. I thought it would be just a sweet, it's such a beautiful poem and it encompasses Thanksgiving so well. So, just an idea, or you could find a poem that you like, or you could even write one to share at your Thanksgiving dinner this year. So, just an idea. Or maybe you could write it down and give it to a grandparent or to a friend, just as a way to say Happy Thanksgiving. So that's one way that your words can be used to bless others. So just an idea, no pressure, not actual homework. Okay, so we're going to move on to grammar, our grammar rule for today. We are talking about phrases. A phrase is a group of related words that contains either a noun or a verb, never both. So, a phrase is a group of related words that contains either a noun or a verb, never both. Okay? So, a phrase is not a sentence because a sentence has to contain what? A subject and a verb, which is a noun and a verb. A phrase only contains a noun or a verb, never both. So what does this look like? There are a bunch of different kinds of phrases that we will learn over the next couple of weeks as we come back from Christmas break. We'll talk about noun phrases and prepositional phrases and appositive phrases. And there's so many different kinds of phrases that are groups of words that do not contain a what? A noun or a what? A verb. That's right. They do not contain them together. So in phrases, verbs and nouns do not hang out together, no matter what kind of phrase it is. So I'm going to show you a couple phrases so that you can kind of see this in action. You know what this looks like. And then when we come back from Christmas break, you'll be able to, we'll play with these some more and you'll learn the different kinds of phrases. Okay, so here are 3 sentences. Remember, a sentence contains a subject and a verb. But what does a phrase not have? It does not have a noun or a verb together. Okay, so in this sentence here, the father of waters is the Mississippi River. The phrase father of waters is a noun phrase. The father of waters is the Mississippi River. That's a phrase. Okay? My puppy, the fluffy golden retriever, is gentle and smart. That is an example of an appositive phrase. Fluffy golden retriever. There is no verb in this phrase. It's just a noun. Fluffy golden retriever. Haley is inside the store. Inside the store is an example of a prepositional phrase. Is there a verb in this phrase? No. Is there a noun in this phrase? Yes. Store. She is what? She is inside the store. So a phrase is a group of words that does not contain a verb plus a noun. Just one or the other. Okay? Okay, I hope that doesn't confuse you more than it needs to. I'm really just trying to show you some examples of what a phrase might be. But again, we'll get more into that next year. But for now, just remember, a phrase is a what? It is a group of words that does not contain a noun and a verb. Okay, so that's what you need to work on memorizing and learning for your grammar rules. So I got a text today from Freddie. That guy, that Freddie, he is a character. And he texted me and said that the principal reason he left school was because of the strict principal. The principal reason he left school was because of the strict principal. So let's try and figure out what he's talking about.
Okay. What is the difference between these two? The principal reason he left school was because of the strict principal. Okay. Sounds the same. Spelling is similar, but it is different. Which is which? Well, let me tell you how I remember this one. See how the word pal is here in this one? Pal. Well, picture this person. They're a pal, right? So they're a person. The person is the principal. Principal is someone who works at a school. And Freddie's principal was very strict, which is why he left. But my principal was my dad, and he was very nice. But he was my pal. So principal is the person. That's the kind of person that works in a school. The principal is like the rule, the thing that you believe, or so he said the principal reason Freddie left his school. That means the main reason. So you can use this word in a couple different ways. It can mean main, like if you were in a play and you were like, oh, I got the principal part. That means you got the main part in the play. Or like we do principles like you are in principles class in the morning. That means kind of your core beliefs. These are the principles that you must know. I'm just going to draw like a little book. Okay, here are the principles. So the principal reason Freddie left his school was because of the strict principal. His principal was very mean, so. Good old Freddie. I wonder what he'll have for us next time.
Okay. We are now going to move on to our spelling test. This week we were going to build we were going to add on to our delivery train. So we had built the cha, cha, tha, tha, pa, pa train. And so we were going to add PH to our delivery train. Think about the word phone. Like, I got to call somebody on my phone. Is that spelled with an F? F-O-N-E? No. That is spelled with PH. So we are going to talk about all the different ways that PH makes that F sound. Does it make sense? No. Do we have to remember it? Yes. Because if you write a letter and you say, Dear Mr. President, please call me on the F-O-N-E. I don't think he's going to, well, he might call you, but he probably is not going to take you very seriously. So it is important that you remember these rules and that you figure out the differences between when you're supposed to use F and when you're supposed to use PH. So I'm going to go ahead and read you our little poem that helps us remember when PH is used, and then you can number your paper 1 through 12, and we'll begin our spelling test.
Okay, usually PH comes at the beginning or middle of words, as in phrase and phobia, gopher and nephew, but rarely at the end, as in nymphs and graph. Notice that it comes twice in phosphate, philosophy, and phonograph. Here are your words, level 1, level 2, and level 3. So notice photo, dolphin, phase. You guys probably know a lot of these words and how to spell them. These get a little bit trickier. Philanthropy, xylophone. Okay, so go ahead and number your papers 1 through 12 and we will begin.
Number 1, photo. Would you please take my photo? Number 2, elephant. Have you ever seen a baby elephant? They're so cute. Number 3, telephone. Telephone. I love it when people call me on the telephone. Number 4, prophet. Prophet. Jonah was a prophet. Number 5, nephew. For Thanksgiving, I will get to see my nephew. Number 6, symphony. Symphony. Have you seen the different instruments in the symphony? Number 7, pharmacy. I have to go pick up my medicine from the pharmacy. Number 8, geography. Geography. It's time to get out your map so we can do geography. Number 9, graphic. Graphic. Do you like to read graphic novels? Number 10, philanthropy. Philanthropy. If you're rich, you might be interested in philanthropy. Number 11, philosophy. Philosophy. If you enjoy a good conversation, you may be interested in philosophy. Number 12, sophisticated. Wow, that fancy lady is sophisticated. Okay, so I'm going to put up the words on the screen. You can check over your work, make your corrections, write the words that you missed a couple of times so that you can commit them to memory. And maybe try to use these words in a sentence if you're writing a paper, or if you're trying to you're talking to your parents or something. You can use the words that you missed in your everyday language just to help you um, to remember how to spell them correctly. But great job on that, guys. I know spelling's not easy. So don't lose heart if you missed a bunch or you missed a couple. Just keep at it. The only way you will get better is if you keep trying. The only way you can fail is if you give up. So don't do that. Now it's time to move on to IEW. This will be our last time where we are writing together from pictures. You can open your IEW book to page 140. And this week our paper is going to be about an Egyptian tomb, which is very cool, very interesting. So once you get to page 140, I want you to look at the series of pictures. The first picture is of a man digging near a pyramid. See that pyramid over there in the distance? The second picture shows the man in the tomb with a mummy and treasures, as well as two men peeking in. The third picture shows an empty tomb. No one is in sight. What do you think about this? Remember to use keywords to write what you see in the picture as your central fact, not your imagination. The only thing you could write as an imagination is this guy's name. But just what you see, the bare bone facts. Now you can come up with ideas that describe the events. Ask yourself questions. What's going on? What happened before this? Who is this guy? What does he want? What is he feeling? How old is he? Ask all those nosy detective questions because you're writing a story here. And then you can fill out the rest of your keyword outline. So today I'm going to do something a little bit differently, okay? This might take a little bit longer. If you are struggling with figuring out how to turn a keyword outline into a paper, then keep watching, because I'm going to go with you step by step and turn my keyword outline into a paper. If you are confident with that and you're just doing fine and it comes easily, then you can go ahead and stop this video after I'm done talking here and go ahead and write your paper. But I wanted to offer this resource to anybody who may be having a hard time connecting the dots here. So after you write your keyword outline, for those of you that are going to go ahead and wrap up this video, please remember to continue on page 142 through 144 as you fill out all your dress ups. You've got your topic sentence, your prepositional openers, and your ly adverb openers, your www.asia clauses, your because clauses, your who which clauses, your quality adjective dress ups, your strong verbs, your adverbs, and your vocabulary. Okay, so make sure that you use your checklist on the back to make sure that you have your paper all dressed up, ready to go. You can video yourself. If you go to church with me, you can bring your paper and read it to me at church. or you can just send it to me. You could have, you could have your parents help you email it. I love to read it. I'd really love if you would just video it and put it out there on Signal. But if you don't, if you feel kind of weird about that, like it's weird for me to make this video of myself. So I totally understand. But I would love to hear your last video, or your last paper. Um, so finish strong on this. I know that we're not meeting again, but that doesn't mean you can just, who cares about the paper? Like, it's good practice. And I mean, what else do you have to do? Anyways. So have some fun with it. So if you feel confident to just go ahead and work on your keyword outline and get that paper knocked out, then you can turn this off. If you have been having a hard time and you could use a little bit of hand holding going step by step, then hang in there because I'm going to help walk you through it. Okay, who's ready to write their papers? Let's do this. Don't be scared. We got this, okay? Page 140, let's look at these pictures. This is interesting, and I think there's a lot of different ways you could go with this. Who is this guy, okay? Is he burying something? Why is he digging? Is he trying to get somewhere? Is he looking for something? Is he hiding something? There's a lot of different reasons someone could be digging a hole. And so that's why our papers are going to be different, because when you see someone digging, you maybe have a different idea in your brain about why he's digging than I do. I think he's looking for something. I feel like he's looking for maybe a clue. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to name him Patrick. And I'm going to say he is, well, what do I see in the picture? I need to do my central fact. Okay, my central fact is what I see in the picture. Okay, not my opinion, not what I think is happening, only what my eyeballs can see, because our eyeballs all see the same thing. Man, digging, pyramid, sun. That's pretty much all we got. So your central fact, I named my guy Patrick, but you could say man. Digging, pyramid, sun. Okay, that's what I have there. Our central facts should all be pretty much the same. Okay, I mean, you might pick a different word than dig, or you probably not going to name him Patrick, but for the most part, our central facts should all be the same because we all see the same thing. Now, here's where it could get a little bit different. I think he's searching for a clue. I think he's looking for something, which is why he's digging. Maybe he wants something. I think he's trying to find this treasure room. So he's looking for a clue. So I'm going to say searching for clue. Maybe he's a treasure hunter. Okay. I'm going to turn my clue into a magnifying glass so I can do treasure hunter. You don't have to copy my words. You can come up with your own, but I'm just going to show you. Okay, so see, we've got in our keyword outline, we can only have 3 words. We have to use symbols. Okay, so searching, comma, clue, comma, treasure hunter. He's looking. Who is he? He is a history buff. He comes from a family that loves history, and he's heard these stories passed down from generations. And he believes that there is a room full of ancient treasures. So I'm going to say loves history, heritage, like he has this heritage of history in his family that's been passed down to him for generations. So he loves history, he has this heritage, and he wants to be the one that finds it. He wants that acclaim, that fame. but he's young, you know, he's a student. So I'm going to say student. Because Patrick does not look old. Okay, so he loves history. He has this heritage of loving history, and he's a student. Okay, so then we are going to say, so we know what he's doing. We know who he is. What is he thinking and feeling right now? He hopes, he wants, let's see, he hopes to find a map or treasure because he wants to get rich. He wants money. He also wants, fame and acclaim and things like that, but I think I'll put that on the next line. Acclaim, fame, and, his family name. So he's determined. He is not going to stop day or night until he finds it. Sweating, hot sun, determined. Okay? I mean, you guys, I don't know if that's whoever drew this picture. I don't know if that's what they were trying to say, but that's what I see, and that's what, like, as I'm talking with you and thinking about it, I'm like, ooh, this is the story that's coming up in my mind. It's even different than what they have in the answer key, because what they wrote in the answer key doesn't make sense to me. It's their keyword outline, not mine. So I'm going to show you how to take this and turn it into a paragraph. And then we're going to take that paragraph and dress it up. And then you can use that model to finish the other two. Okay? You can do this. This keyword outline into a paper. As you can see, the keyword outline on the screen, which thank you, Nathan, for helping me again with this video. Our central fact is that Patrick is digging and there's a pyramid in the distance. So we know that our sentence needs to have something about Patrick digging, pyramid, sun. The sun beat down on Patrick as he dug in the sand. Okay, got our central fact in there. Check. All right, what is our next? He's searching for clues. He's a treasure hunter. So let's think about how we can turn that into, as a treasure hunter, he was always searching for clues, but today was harder than usual. Okay, let's look at the next line. He loves history. We don't have to necessarily put these in order as we write them. We just need to use them all. He loves history. He has a rich heritage. He's a student. He has hopes. He hopes he can find the map and the treasure and get rich. I think we should use that sweating in the sun. He's determined, because I just said harder than usual. As a treasure hunter, he was always searching for clues, but today was harder than usual. The sun beat down on his back, but he was determined not to give up. He came from a long line. He had a rich heritage of family that loved history, and it had been passed down to him for generations. Though only a student, he had high hopes of fame, acclaim, and making his family name famous. Okay, so they want me to make this of a family. That's fine. Okay, so see how we did that? We went line by line and we took our keyword outline and we turned it into a paragraph. I added a lot. I didn't just, write the words one by one. I had to kind of marinate on it and let it come out and let it tell the story. But I had my bare bones to work with. So then we have to do our clincher, which basically repeats or reflects 2 to 3 keywords of the central fact. So our keywords are Patrick, dig. Ooh, I forgot to put pyramid in there. The sun beat down on Patrick as he dug in the Egyptian sand. The golden pyramid in the horizon. A golden pyramid in the distant horizon. Okay, so then our keywords were sun, Patrick, dig, pyramid. Okay, so then we need to use our clincher here using 2 or 3 of these. We're talking about how he's hot and sweaty. So I kind of like to wrap it up with that again. So the sun is beating down. And we say the sun beat down on Patrick as he dug in the Egyptian sand a golden pyramid in the distant horizon. As a treasure hunter, he was always searching for clues, but today was harder than usual. The sun beat down. Look, I have beat down twice on here, so I need to fix that. The sun beat down on his back. Let's say shone. Sun shone on his back, but he was determined not to give up. He had a rich heritage of family that loved history, and it had been passed down to him for generations. Though only a student, he had high hopes of fame, acclaim, and making his family name famous. Through the heat, Patrick continued. Continued to dig. I've got sun, Patrick, dig. Okay, see how we did that? Now we need to add in our dress-ups. So if you turn to page 142, we have our topic sentence, so which we pretty much already wrote, our topic sentence. Prepositional opener. You begin with a sentence with a preposition. So, though only a student. Oh, through the heat. Through the heat. Okay, do I have a prepositional phrase? Check. Okay, prepositional opener, check. ly adverb opener. I do not. And so instead of the sun beat down intensely, the sun shone on his back, okay? Adverb opener, check. www.asia clause. So I need to make sure I include one of those words in here. Let's check through and see if I did that. Trying to find that list of words, make sure. Okay, when, while, where, as, since, if, although. So, how could we use one of those. When, while. Intensely the sun shone on his back. Although he was determined. I don't really like the sound of that. He had a rich heritage. Let's say since it had been passed down to him for generations. He had a rich heritage of a family that loved history. Since it had been passed down to him for generations. Okay, great. Let's move on to the next dress up. Because clause, okay? Write a sentence with a because clause. But today was harder than you. He had a rich heritage since that golden pyramid in the distant horizon. Though only a student, he had high hopes of fame, acclaim, and making his family name famous. Because of his great love for them and for history. Through the heat, Patrick continued to dig. Okay, so we've turned our keyword outline into a paragraph. We have used our clencher to reflect the first couple of words here on this first sentence. We've done all of our dress-ups, our sentence openers and sentence styles. Now we need to look for quality adjectives. So we've got banned words, right? Our banned words are bad, small, good, things like that. So let's make sure that I'm not using any banned words. Go, went, say, said, get, got, good, bad, big, small. Do I have any? Good. Nope. Bad. Nope. Went. Nope. Go. Okay, that's just golden. Nope. Get. Got. Say. Said. Small. Big. Okay, so good. And I think I have a couple really good quality adjectives in here, like golden. That's a nice adjective. And rich heritage, that's a good adjective. So I think I did that one. Check. And then our strong verbs we need to include. So the sun beat down as he dug. We have a lot of linking verbs in here. Okay, so then we just need to do our vocabulary words. Our vocabulary words for this lesson are scour, tentative, retrieve, and sinister. Now, I'm not going to put all of these in one paragraph because these are meant for you to use throughout your whole paper. But let's see if I could try to squeeze one in here, okay? Scour means to search. So what if we use, as a treasure hunter, he was always scouring for clues. Yeah, I like it. So there you go. We just turned a keyword outline into a paragraph. Do you see how we did that? It does take a bit of loosening up and being willing to fail. And being willing, you heard me go, okay, what is my WWW Asia clause and what is he doing? I don't really know. You kind of have to talk it out. And if you need to talk it through with your parents or Go on a walk or something and think about it. Who is this man and why is he digging? But you could also make it funny if you want to make it a silly story that makes people laugh. If you want to make it a dramatic story that makes people, feel scared or sad. That's the great thing about being a writer, is that you have the power to communicate something to people, and they are listening to you and they are reading what you're saying. So it's not meant to be easy. It is a bit of a challenge, especially if you have a hard time with being creative. If you like to just follow a formula, this does have a formula, but it requires you to think. And so not all the content is written for you. You have to kind of use your imagination, which is a great skill to use. And it's good practice for you. So if you're struggling, it's okay. Take a deep breath, take a break, and try again. I'm curious to see what you come up with for what happens to Patrick. Does he find the treasure room? Hint, he does. And then this is supposed to be a mummy. So, and then check out these guys. What are they doing? And then in this picture, everything and everyone is gone. Gasp. So, what do you think happened to him? Write your keyword outline, write a story, dress it up, and send it to me, because I'd love to know what you think happens to him. Thank you guys for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything I can do to serve you. And I look forward to hopefully seeing you over Christmas break. Or if not, then definitely in January. So have a very happy Thanksgiving. I'm very thankful for all of you, and I look forward to talking with you soon.